Good afternoon. My name is Natasha, and I'm the coordinator for the Virginia Coalition on Solitary Confinement. On today's episode of Solitary No More VA, we will be doing the second interview with Chelsea Mullins, who is the wife of Shannon Jennings. Hi, Chelsea. How have you been?
I've been okay. Just day by day.
Has there been any new developments in the death of your fiance?
No. Not that I know of.
So they're still keeping things from you?
Yeah.
I understand and see that you have acquired the death certificate. There is no cause of death on there. Do you know why? I've never seen a death certificate that doesn't have a cause of death. But what are your thoughts?
I don't know. I was kind of expecting to get this and it had, a cause of death on it. I wasn't expecting it not to.
Right. It
So
seems unreal.
Yeah.
I see that you with your children, they seem genuinely happy, but I know it is hard for you. I just want to say to you that we at the Coalition have been praying for you, and we are here to support you. As a formerly incarcerated woman and a survivor and a wife of somebody that was in prison for a very long time, I think it's imperative that you go through every channel you can to find out what happened to your fiance, because it is unfair that his small children and yourself have to be here without him. Do you have any support from the family?
With the kids, I do. But as far as fighting for answers, not really. But I won't give up until I have answers and the truth. Because I know one day the kids are going to ask me what happened.
Absolutely. Have you been seeking legal representation?
No. With my lawyer, yeah.
Oh, for the case.
Yeah.
No, but I mean for the death. Because the simple fact that there's no cause of death on the death certificate shows me that they are covering something. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I've never seen a death certificate for somebody that actually committed suicide. So I can't tell you that it would say suicide. But I mean, if it says heart attack, if he died of a heart attack, it would say heart attack.
Exactly.
Or it would say homicide. Why wouldn't it say suicide?
Exactly. That's why it raises more questions. It's like it's a dead end, more or less.
Absolutely. What are your next steps?
I don't really know what my next steps are, because I've kind of felt like I was fighting for him alone. Obviously all his friends and stuff, but I've never really had anybody like on his side of the family that's willing to step up and be like, okay, let's dig for answers. Let's find the truth.
Yeah, and I know that they're giving you a hard time, especially because you're not married. But you have children in common, so, I mean, the mere fact that you have the death certificate is enough proof that, your son's birth certificate has his father's name on it. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Then that should be a starting point of you having rights as the mother of the children in common. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be a way around it. I do know that this has been a really hard time for you, and you're still actually fighting the case. Let me ask you about that. So I understand that when Shannon was alive, they were charging him with the possession And now that he's not, are they charging you?
Yeah, they were always charging me.
Okay.
But I didn't really know the extent of it or the extent of how far it would go because Shannon wasn't here anymore.
Right. Yeah, I'm really, really glad that you are so comfortable with having me come to see you. When you reached out to me last night, like I'm in the hood near you. I was like, oh wow, I finally get to see you and your beautiful children, and I just want to do all I can to help. You know, the sad part is that we can't bring Shannon back. SB 108, which is made it out of the house. I mean, out of the Senate, excuse me, and we'll be going to the House next. Will prevent long-term solitary confinement, but that is in the state prisons. However, my goal is to do the same for the local jails. The fact that Shannon was not in solitary confinement for long at all, really concerns me.
It wasn't even 24 hours.
Right. I've read the letters that you shared with me, and it's airy situation. You know, like I said, as a formerly incarcerated individual, yes, sometimes we get a little, people can crack, but not that fast. So something is not right. I can tell you that you're doing a great job by keeping the story up front. But if I were you, I would seek legal representation. Especially being that you have the death certificate now. That is the best way to go. You got anything else you want to say?
I'm doing this for Shannon, but I'm also doing this for all the other families that have had to experience this. And I know that if it was the other way around, that he would be doing the same thing for me.
Absolutely. I read the letter he wrote you. Like, he loves you tremendously. Mm-hmm. And you have beautiful children. And I just hope that one day, you'll get the answers you need. It's not going to take the pain away, but it will make it make sense.
Yes. Yeah.